Yo, right there, man. Couldn't have been said better by a better person. That was the voice of Leila Steinberg. You might have saw her all over the Dear Mama docuseries about Tupac on Hulu. You may have seen her just throughout the years just be a vanguard and a proponent of just really reaching out to youth and helping empower youth, teaching them about emotional intelligence. You may have seen her with Earl Sweatshirt as she managed his career to be one of the probably one of the most celebrated careers to come out of his generation. He's carved it out his own way. He has done his own thing. He has never had to compromise himself. And with the proper guidance and leadership, you can do that too, as we witness with one of our guests here, Jay Walt, who's in the building. Give it up for Jay Walt. Jay Walt is here, fresh out of Oakland, California, walking the same path. What up, Jay Walt, with the new beard?
Come on, man. What's going on with y'all, man? It feels good to be back, man. It always feels good to be home here, man.
All right, that's great. And I made this connection happen between Jay Walt and this royalty, culture royalty, community royalty. Leila Steinberg is here. She's back with us today. Last time we saw her, she came up to the show when we was in L.A.
Yes.
Right? And she has some great news to talk about. But I want to say Leila is somebody I've known since the early 90s. And we worked together in the community.
The high schools.
And then we worked together at high schools and back in the day. And I just say, man, you're one person who has just never bent. You know, she's never bent on integrity. She's never compromised on her purpose. It ain't been a shiny job that she's taken on, to say the least. She's met pitfalls along the way, but she's always been steadfast about reaching out to the youth, going into the prison systems and talking to people, the forgotten population. You know, to different people who are on stay in prison and reaching out to them and allowing them, giving them different tools to express themselves. And we find out that there's more brilliant people behind bars than there are outside of the bars, or some of the people that put them behind bars. And so some of her work has extended to that. And recently she called me and told me she has a new job. I was like, you got a new job? Come to the show and talk about it. So here she is, Leila Steinberg. Leila.
What's up, family?
He's like, hey, Sway, I got a job. I was like, you got a job? What does that mean?
Really, I was retiring so I could finish my book, but I got challenged to do something, so here I am.
Who challenged you?
Well, it started actually, I'd say 2 years ago. Brandon Tatum, who actually was a law student at USC, I met him in the law department, started talking to me about Web3. And I was not interested in NFTs or Web3, none of it. And a lot of people were approaching Dev and I about Earl and Fauna and the other artists that we managed, and they kept hitting us up. And I was not interested. And Brandon invited me to Hawaii to a retreat with this company called Gala. And I ended up at the retreat, and the first thing that I noticed when we got there is that the owner of the company, Eric Schiermeyer, had like everything from vitamin drips to therapy. He had all these things for his staff, and I've never seen a company that took care of their team like that. And I ended up sitting with Eric, and he told me the story about how he started out with MySpace. Then he had a company called Zynga that he sold for $12.8 billion a couple years ago, and he started Gala. And he kills it in the gaming space. And he helped me understand that gaming is already global. It's already a Web3 experience. And he wanted to start the music division. So he hit up Snoop because he was a fan of Snoop's. They went to the same high school. And he said, can you help start the music division? And Snoop said, well, I don't own my publishing. And he said, what will it take? He said, I have to buy Death Row. And he told me he gave $50 million on a handshake with no contract to Snoop. So I thought, yeah, right. And I couldn't believe the story. So, of course, I hit up my folks and I say, is this true? And Nick, who is part of Snoop's team, said, yeah, it's true. So then I thought I need to understand the space more. And they were interested in putting Earl in the space.
Earl Sweatshirt.
So what I did was I said, well, how about we start with some of the students in mic sessions in the workshop?
Mike Sections is a workshop that you do where?
I've been doing it since we started,
Oh,
right?
about to
Since
like-
'88, the mic sessions. A lot of artists came out of the mic sessions.
Yep.
So what happened is they let me put 15 students onto the platform. So that's how I got to know about their model. There is nowhere that I've ever seen artists walk away with 70%. So the split is
Wow.
70-30 artists favor. And there are all these other ways that artists can come up. And every artist from my workshop that nobody knows except for Louis King, people know him because of his collaborations, and he's put a lot in. But all the other artists, Jewel Chang, Aliana, people don't know them. Stu, but they all sold out. So you sell in like it's a collection or an NFT if you want to call it that, and you start out 100 at $100. You only sell 100 of your song for $100. Well, that's 10,000. You sell out in a day. You walk away with $7,000, and I was like, this is unheard of. And so I started paying attention, and then I decided we should do something with Earl. So Dev and I did a situation with Alchemist and Earl, and they did very well too. And I said, I'm very interested, but there are some challenges. And so I kept hitting up people over there with my challenges and complaints. And then Eric said, you have all those complaints. Why don't you come help develop the music division? And so, yeah, offered me a job as president. Here I am.
You the president of Gala?
Of the music, yeah.
Oh, the music
So-
division at Gala? It's a gala or a gala?
Gala.
Gala?
So,
Yeah, yo, I know I'm getting a job.
I haven't worked for anybody else. Sway, since I was president of Tommy and Denny's company, I haven't
Yeah.
worked for anybody else in almost like 25, 30 years.
25 years?
Yeah, so this is weird. I'm not used to it. But I'm doing it because I believe in the platform and the artist. This is the other thing. Since I joined, now artists get 10 cents a stream. You know how much you get on SoundCloud or Spotify? Like point nothing.
1,000th
So
of a penny.
you'll get 10 cents a stream. And I keep looking at Heather because, you know, her cooking. I have to sidebar this because I have I have Ira with me, and he is an amazing cook. And I wanted him to see your page because I still follow you, and I'm always talking about your cooking. And I know we're here to talk about Gala, but if you want to do a cooking thing on Gala, let me know.
I will let you know, Leila. Honestly,
Because you're one of my favorites, and you're incredible.
There it is.
Like, for real.
And we get 20
Are
cents
you
a
still doing
stream.
your Sundays?
So here's what's hilarious, Leila. Let's not listen to Sway right now because he's being a hater and a pop-up manager.
Yep.
That's the hate because it's a pop-up management situation. So I literally cooked last night. It was Sunday. I had a big dinner at my home.
And I was here. We didn't get to come eat.
And I made smothered turkey and rice and everything. And I brought it in for everybody today, and it is gone.
Damn, man. We love
That
Yeah.
is so
It is
messed
gone.
up.
They ate. It is gone.
Mike, it was here if you had came on time.
I know that.
Yeah, Mike Hughes, ladies
He
and
was
gentlemen.
at ABC. Layla, I didn't
No one
know.
thought so.
I didn't know.
That is so messed up. And I don't even really drink alcohol, but you guys remember that drink we had downstairs? I could only
Yeah.
take a few sips. What was it? I always want
That
to
was
tell people.
The Del Frisco
the
signature
pineapple.
drink.
Uh,
Yeah,
That.
What is it?
the
Ginger.
VIP. It's the
What's it called?
VIP.
The VIP. You had the VIP, but I
Yeah.
told you to be careful with the
I
VIP.
don't even drink. It's
I know,
like
but-
once a year. Back then, I never drank. So I had to pretend I was drinking with you guys because everyone else was drinking. But I had to talk about your cooking. I know
Thank you.
I deviated, but
We were having a conversation a little while ago during our break. Thank you, because I bought food for everybody today, and they really, really enjoyed it. Like,
y'all
seriously,
ate it, and
thank
we
you.
didn't get any.
No, don't worry about it.
But Leila, you're actually still on brand and message, even
Yeah.
though as we transition. Although
It's talking
although
about
we've
it.
although we transitioned to cooking, I mean, that is the beauty of Web 3.0, and that is the beauty of the space that you're in. It so is experimental, and it disrupts the systems, and really it gives people like even cooking and recipes their own ownership and IP, and allows them to keep their provenance. And so there is a scenario where that actually could work.
It really
and so
could.
You're still on
and
message.
I'm about disrupting,
Yeah.
and our industry is so toxic, and most people are so corny, and so it's really hard for me.
Yes.
We've known each other our whole lives, and
Yeah.
I still get nervous and uncomfortable. I've never been about the industry, so it's always been hard to navigate. But that's why I loved working with Earl, because, and Devaney's, my daughter's taken over. You know, they kicked me out a minute ago. She's got Fauna, Earl.
Wow, that's dope.
But they're a really humble group of people that I've worked with, and they never cared about all of the bullshit, excuse me. And Web3, I love that it's global. I love that it's breaking up our ideas, and that I could call Sway and say, we just forged a partnership with FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology. We're doing a semester-long partnership with FIT.
Dope.
And so I'm launching the partnership tomorrow with them, and I'm really excited because it's really about educating people about the space and about working globally. And so then I wanted to have an artist that's in New York, because we're coming to New York. I think it's always important to have somebody in the space you go to. And Sway said, well, as a matter of fact, Jay Walt's from Oakland, but he's at NYU. It'll be perfect. So we're meeting for the first time, although we're all Bay Area
Right.
career and starting. And so Jay Walt's going to get a big surprise when he's on Gala, and we launch his music in the next 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and he's going to sell out, and he's going to have a whole new path. So when he does decide to work with majors or go a traditional route, he's going to have a whole new base and a whole new following that's all over the world. And when he gets his 10 cents a stream, he's going to be thanking Sway for the introduction.
Pop-up manager.
Pop-up manager. I'm an EP to Jay Wall. It's different.
So
No, it's amazing. Leila Steinberg, first of all, I want to say this is amazing. I like the idea of artists having their own autonomy.
Yep.
That's really
Yes.
what it is. Whether Jay Walt decides to go to a major or not, by the time if he's getting 10 cents a stream, he ain't going to want to go to a major because they're going to try to turn that 10 cent into a partial part of that. You want to say something, Mike?
Yeah, I was going to ask Leila if she can explain like the accessibility. So a lot of times when we think like NFTs and think about the music, there is sometimes a disconnect from the consumer being able to participate in the day to day. And so I know Gala's new, and you're there to serve so many purposes.
that's why we're
so.
changing the language, because
Yeah.
I didn't like the word NFT either, but it's really a collectible, and it's really about forging a partnership between an artist and a community that supports them. So if you kind of think of how the stock market goes, you're getting stock in a company. So this is like the community has stock in an artist. Everybody is committing as a community to build the career together with that artist. So this collectible, this song becomes the way that you support your artist. But then we also have live streaming, we have an app. There are so many ways now for an artist to play instead of just the song or just the collectible. We can live stream, we can put you on the stage, we can stream you. So there's like 4 or 5, this is just right now, possibilities. And I just did some deals with some really big artists that I can't tell you, but it's about to not be just known for emerging artists and Snoop. We're about to have a lot happening on the platform. And it's real easy to find us, just gala.com.
Gala.com. So that's it. Gala.com.
Gala.com, Gala Games, Gala Music. People can find us easy. But it's really not just about the artists. It's also about the supporters. It's about how we build a community globally, and especially in these days and with what's going on in the world, and we've got wars all over, artists have a massive responsibility. So I encourage all listeners and all artists to understand that the only way we're going to challenge what's happening in Palestine, in the Ukraine, in the Congo, is to use our voices instead of thinking about our material benefits, because we make a lot of money in this industry. And we really have an obligation, and artists have always played such a massive role in change that right now, the thing about Gala is you're not censored. You don't have to worry about that label owner telling you if you address certain issues. You won't get to stay, or radio stations that want to censor us. I'm not saying you guys, because you do your thing.
Yeah.
But I like the space because nobody's going to control our narrative anymore. We're going to address what's happening and make changes with our artists in spaces that we talk to the whole world. So.
Okay. We got Leila Steinberg here. I love this. This is Gala.com. Gala.com.
What is it on Instagram?
It's gala.music.com.
Okay.
Thank you, Crystal.
Gala.music.com. David Weber, did he leave?
No, he didn't leave.
Where is he at?
He's outside in the lobby.
And most of the folks running things at the company are women of color, black women. We got Crystal with us today. She's
What's up,
head
Crystal?
of
What's your
marketing.
job, Crystal?
We actually, she was head of marketing at Golden Voice, and I think we stole her.
You stole her? I mean, you paid her well.
Our whole team wasn't looking for jobs. Devaney helped me go get people. I have to give credit to my daughter, Dev. She's always...
Yo, her daughter, I've known her daughter since she was born.
Wow.
She's been a boss since she stepped out that womb.
She was my boss back then,
Back then, she used to run you with no language. She's just at the point. All right, we're going to come back. We're going to hear from Jay Walt, and I see David Weber has his own series on Gala.com. The Mike News Show can do an extension. You get paid a better. I'll get Heather, and then we're gonna do some.
Whatever you guys
I got
want,
some
I got
ideas.
you.
I got some ideas. All right, we coming back. This is It's Like That. Jay Walt. It's Jay Walt. I'm really excited about this. I love when we can talk about these movements that are taking place before they happen.
Yep.
So when they do happen and people look back, I heard of this Gala thing. Oh my God!
I just followed them on IG.
Did you?
Gala
where at?
Music.
Gala Music.
Yep.
It's
actually Go Gala Music.
Oops, go Gala Music.
Go Gala Music. Kind of like Inspector Gadget.
I get nervous and forget.
No, that's okay. I checked. I saw the logo there, and I was like, this is it.
Leila, you talk about all that's going on in the world. You work with a lot of youth. And under these circumstances, a lot of emotional intelligence is necessary sometimes to cope. What messaging do you give to the youth, or what are you getting back from the youth?
Well, I guess I could say that I had a challenging childhood. My mom moved out. My dad raised me. And I had a father who was a juvenile offender, then became a public defender, and eventually a judge. And so I've spent a lifetime looking at race, class, what's wrong with us as a people. And most of us are emotionally illiterate. We don't know how to talk. We don't know how to communicate. And I kept thinking, how do we teach people about emotions? And so I wrote a curriculum about 34 years ago, and people would laugh at me. There was no space in education to address emotional literacy or intelligence. So all these years later, now social emotional learning is at the top. Everybody's talking about it. And I felt like our artists are our translators. Everything has a soundtrack. And so I began to educate artists about emotional literacy so we could get the work out. And I think that was a lot of Pac and my connection, is just the challenges we had with our parents, and that every song was like curriculum. And so for the last 30-something years now, I have worked to get curriculum in the schools and worked in the prisons, because we still have black and brown people as the workforce for no money. Slavery was not abolished, it was polished with the prison industry. And I've spent my life working to deconstruct that and to look at how we change serving our communities. And so I'm still doing it, and I still show up anywhere there's kids or
You
foster
speaking at
homes
Harvard
or
too,
children.
right?
Yeah, I'm at Harvard on Wednesday.
And
then I come back to do Gary V's show.
And you still on message, right? Say what's up to Gary V for us too. Yeah. I love it, man. See, this is unusual. Leila never would do interviews and stuff like this, so
Right.
I feel like you ask her whatever you want to right now because there's no telling when she's going to do it again. That's why I'm just
The
asking.
reason I'm doing it is because we're in such a crazy time, and it's so important, and it's so difficult, and our babies are dying. Like it's so serious. I thought by now, at my age, in my 60s, it would be better, and it's worse, and we're in trouble, and so I believe in our youth. And
Here's a outlier question, maybe, because Leila, you and I got pictures of Pac in my phone. I just remember all these times we hung out, growing up as young men, and I don't speak on it a lot, but the internet has found a lot of usage in utilizing his name and his legacy extremely incorrectly and inaccurately. They trolled Tupac's name in 2024 just for metrics. People say the weirdest things about Pac. Was he even a good rapper, or Pac wasn't this, or he was hypocritical. All of these different things, which we all are.
I was about to say he
Yeah,
was.
Yeah, we all are.
He was flawed.
He was flawed, right? Which I know. But the trolling, does that? How do you?
I had my kids had to get me off because I didn't understand social media back in the day, and I would write all the time. I'd be on YouTube on the comments, and I'd be like, "That's not true. You don't know him. That's not me." And my kids were like, "You don't do that." But I will say we're the only country in the world that puts artists and athletes on a pedestal. He should have not been on a pedestal. He was a fractured, broken young man who was hurt. I think that it's important that we understand that artists hold a space for people. They translate and they are able to narrate stories, but we have to stop iconizing our artists and putting them on pedestals. They're a mess. That's why we love them, and that's why we soundtrack our own lives with their songs, but it takes so much pain and damage to create that we need to support those doing that and not think that they're above us or better than us. And that's a real problem with our industry, is that we want to worship people just because they have a platform or a stage, and that's so unhealthy, and all of us have a responsibility to stop that. So
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you, Leila Steinberg. All right, now this bearded young man next to you goes by the name of Jay Walt. Last project you put out was
222.
And then since then, you've done a lot of different work. You've been overseas. You've been performing in Germany.
Yeah, man, Germany, Europe, all over Europe. Put out singles like that. Own Thing, C5, and Killer Fonte. You just been working, man. We putting a lot of just good music out now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. And this is also my last semester at NYU. You
Come
know what
on,
I'm
Jay
saying?
Walt. I see you, baby.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Jay Walt.
Come on. Thank you.
That's dope.
Professional
we need
rapper
more
in
artists
college.
to go to school.
Come on. Yeah,
That's really important. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right?
Educated.
Yeah, so just been working, trying to just work on both of like professional artists, but also like trying to finish my schooling and everything. So it's been a blessing. It's been dope. A lot of good stuff been going on recently. So I'm just happy to be here, man. Excited to officially announce this, this partnership with Gala and everything. I'm really excited to do that and everything and see what it takes us. Gala's really just changing the industry and changing the music and everything. So to be able to be a part of this is dope, man. It's a blessing.
It's interesting because you've been with other companies, right?
Yeah,
Can you name them and what the experience been like?
Yeah. So my first project I put out, shout out DJ Tori out of Hieroglyphics. I put that out through Empire. Then after that, I started doing stuff independently. Then I ended up signing a distribution deal with Create Music Group. Been putting out music with them ever since. So
And then you were Grammy considered?
Yeah. With my son Like That featuring Race Life Raj. Produced by DJ Synchro. He right there in the
There
back,
he
man.
goes, there he
Alberto,
goes.
man. Shout out to boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I got Grammy considered for Best Rap Song. For the 2023 Grammys and everything. So we just thank you.
You performing at FIT tomorrow?
Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
Okay. So what time is the FIT event taking place, Crystal? What time is that? 5:30 p.m.
Look at
Eastern.
Crystal.
FIT.
Crystal on blast.
Yeah,
Shout out Crystal, man. Holding
Crystal
it
working.
down.
Crystal
Crystal's
out
head
there
of
working.
marketing for Gala. She could have been probably saying more than me.
No, Crystal got to make this work. She left her other job to be a Gala, so she's like, y'all get the facts straight. We gonna make sure this works. This is what I want to do. I want you to, if you don't. By the way, We're having our season. Jay Walt and his family are also owners of the Oakland Roots. They bought into it too. We're having our season opener this Saturday,
March 9th, man.
March 9th. And guess who's going to be one of our performing artists?
Come on, Jay Weezy, man. Jay Walt, man. Come on, look.
I gotta get my jacket, son.
Come on, man.
I ain't wearing my
Shout
colors
out
yet.
Sweatshirt, you an owner too, man. Come on, man.
That would be for you.
Okay, where's mine?
All right.
Come on.
I got you, Jay Walt.
Also, my birthday, March 9th too, man, on Saturday.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
March 9th.
March
Biggie.
9th. Biggie.
Yeah, March 9th.
Yeah.
That's a powerful number, the number 9.
That is.
So many levels, so many reasons. Jay Walt, we about to end the show, but I thought maybe you could get razzle and dazzle us with something, man. Some bars.
Man.
People want to come to FIT if you're in New York City tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Come check it out. It's the launch of Gala.
It's open for the public?
Is it open for the public?
No.
No, Sway, what you
Crystal.
doing?
It's a private event.
Crystal was
Once
misleading.
again, Sway
It's for the
inviting
students
everybody.
at FIT.
All right, cool.
Crystal says
But-
it's for students and staff.
It's okay. You'll hear about it.
All right.
Jay Walt's going to turn it
They
Yeah,
out.
gonna pull up like Sway told me I could come.
I'm going to be there.
Sway gonna be there, man.
I'm going to be there.
Ta there.
Dot. Yo,
Crystal, we gotta
DB.
make sure to put him on the guest list.
Yeah, put me on the guest list. I've crashed the spot if I'm not on the guest list.
Woo.
Who knows that verse? Anyway, yo, Jay Walt, you know Stranger, man.
Come on,
You
man.
you might have the record for the most verses on Sway in the Morning.
Wow.
You've been doing this since you was 14.
15, man.
15, right? How old are you now?
21, about to turn 22. So.
Okay, you needed to say that, but you're still 21. Okay, and so until you're 22, I'm your uncle, and you got to do what you do when you come to the Valley of the Hyenas.
Come on, man. You know what it is. It's only right, man.
Leila Steinberg's here. Gala. New Gala artist, Jay Walt, DB.
Come on.
Drop a beat on him. Let's go.
Okay, so we doing?
You said you wanted some, yeah.
Jay Walt, man, Sway in the Morning, man. It's an
wanted
honor
some
to be
boom
here,
bap.
man. Last time he said, man, next time I'm on here, man, I gotta make a statement, man. You said
Gonna
we
make
gotta
a
do
statement?
something. Come on, man.
Come
I
on,
said,
Jay Walt.
look, like 09 Curry, I'm tired of feeling underrated. Top lyricist in my city, I'm in that conversation. Sway said it next time I'm on the show, gotta make a statement. I don't put my pinky up to drink, I put it up for Angus. I had to say it and get some shit off my chest, bro. Fuck all you industry niggas who can't be slept on. Shots fired, I ain't holding back, put a vest on my pen game mill, and I still put out the best songs. You dead wrong if you thought I wasn't gonna make it. Don't you brother me now, that's cause I'm up and little famous. Remember you was hating, I was working in the basement, trying to make it, yo. Sway, shit ain't really been the same since Nip died. That's why I hustle and motivate. I've been grinding all my life. Had to double up for racks in the middle. That's no surprise. Screaming fuck Donald Trump, still on the west side. Look, been killing mics up on the show since 15, but I've been rapping since 11. Now I do this shit with ease. My cousin looking down at me like, damn nigga, you clean. This is legacy. Told him I'm just carrying your dream. Yeah, I been me, I been real. That's why they love the boy. Girls come around, not surprised I wanna blow the boy. Took her to the room, she got some things she wanna show the boy. Confusing me with Drake. Got her thinking I'm a lover boy, but she right though. Brown skin, she my type though. Highly educated and beautiful, know I like those. Slim, thick, sound like Rihanna, no she fine, bro. Got some ass behind her, please remind her, she mine though. Yeah, no, I always gotta flex that. If you got a Queen Kings, you gotta go protect that. You worry about now, shit, I'm worried about the next bag. Generational wealth and how to bring the town back. Gentrification been a problem in the Bay, and they wonder why they bipping. Niggas gotta make a way. City Hall ain't doing nothing but trying to sell the A's. Ask Keith Lee, he'll tell you in my city it ain't safe. Look, I came to warn, and these verses coming with ease. It's something like California, I'm smoking verses like weed. Asking who is next up, nigga, tell him it's me. How you claim you in the game, you ain't even up in the league. Sheesh, I feel like Dame, how I put the O on my back. Trailblazing, trying to get these bucks, why would I relax? I've been working, doing overtime, trying to get these plaques. I done travel around the world to put my city on the map. It's Oakland, been chosen to represent cause I'm at it now. Go back to my city, they treated me like I'm famous now. Go back to my town, they can't believe the boy is famous now. I made my family proud, especially the ones up in the south. The flow stupid, don't gotta prove it, I've been a vet. Got me breaking bread with Dave Chappelle and 50 Cent. Only in my 20s, I ain't even in my prime yet. If you ain't catch the bars, you should probably go rewind that. Dig?
Jay Walt! We got Jay Walt in the building! Town's finest!
Come on.
We got Jay Walt in the building!
Oakland, man, come on, man. Come on.
We got Leila Steinberg in the building!
Come on, the legend. Legendary. Legendary.
We got David Weber in the building!
Come on.
Look, his brother played for the Warriors. He's Oakland too.
Wow. The area. The area.
Come on, man. Jay Wiggity, man. Give it up for Jay Walt, man. He got something to say. He only 21. He coming for your crown.
Come
Give
on,
out
man.
your social.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at official.jwalt. That's OFFICIAL.JWLT. JWalt on all streaming platforms. Stay tuned for some Gala releases, man. JWalt, we coming, man. JWalt and Gala, we here.
You letting it be known, huh?
We letting it be known, man. It's the
Claiming that
future,
throne.
man.
You claiming it's time for the future?
Come on, it's now. I'm the future now and the present, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here, man. JWalt, we arrived, man.
Oakland, you hear that?
Come
Bay
on.
Area, you hear that?
Come on.
Hey, let's support our Bay Area artists. JWalt is in the building. Big round of applause.
Love,
all right,
love.
Leila,
Appreciate y'all.
I love it. Come on, we still doing this work.
Yep.
You did great. Gala.music.com. That's the website. Go Gala Music is the Instagram.
Yep.
Make sure you follow it. Hit up Leila Steinberg.
Come
All right.
support Jay Walt's new release.
Come on. I love it, man. Tell Eric you need to recruit me. I got ideas. Come on, I got some ideas for him. I did it for MTV. I could do it for him. All right.
Period.
Also,
that's some real
shout
ass
out,
shit, too.
Also, definitely shout out to Leila, shout out to Swipe for connecting us, man. You know, one of the first times I even seen Gala, you know what I'm saying, people do their stuff with Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying. Once I saw Snoop do his thing through Gala, saw Jane Hancock, shout out my sis Jane Hancock, you know what I'm saying.
Hancock.
Jane
She been putting
sold
this
out
stuff.
in less than 2 minutes,
Come on,
by the way.
Jane Hancock is probably the Bay Area's best kept secret. That's not really a secret.
Yeah.
And Jane Hancock is going to enter your world at some point, citizens, and you ain't going to know what happened to you.
Come on, she the queen of Death Row
Bay.
Records, man. Come on, man.
She's so
Yeah.
ill. I love her. She
Yeah.
sold herself.
Yeah, she sold out. Literally.
Yeah, so she sold out too? Okay,
Oh,
cool.
Instantly.
So, man, let's go
Might
to
have broke the record.
go see what it is. Gala.music.com. It's a whole new community building, and it's without strings attached. How
Oh,
about
yeah,
that?
it's not exclusive. Like, you can release wherever you want. There's no exclusivity, none of that.
None of that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I forgot to tell you that. That's a big deal.
That's artist friendly. Most industry.
Not trying to own artists.
Oh yeah, just trying to partner with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.